You see, I know what it feels like to be attacked for just doing your job. But I also know what it feels like to overcome adversity.
If you don't back the fuck up off me before I do you in and still get in this bitch and get litty.
Ladies and gentlemen, this story is continuing to be as outrageous as possible. You see the headline. Most likely this video will be demonetized because I think once you say, I guess, OF or OnlyFans, they usually demonetize it, but this video has to be made. I can't believe this. Letitia James is housing a criminal OnlyFans model relative at her other Virginia property, which also face Fed investigation. This can't be real. This has to be some sort of joke. So let's get into the story. So you see right here, Letitia James is housing a second criminal family member at her properties. So anyone that's committing crimes, there's a pattern of behavior, Miss James. I'm not saying that all family members commit crimes, but this is not a good look. A grandniece by Cayla Thompson-Hairston, she's 21, is an OnlyFans star. I don't know if it's a star. I think she just has a profile with a public X-rated social media presence and was charged just last year with lying about her felony criminal record when she tried to buy a gun in Virginia. According to court documents, she is legally disqualified from owning a firearm due to a August 2020 felony charge with malicious wounding, which Virginia law defines as a crime where a person shoots, stabs, or cuts or wounds any other person, or by any means causing bodily injury with intent to maim, disfigure, disable, or kill. Letitia James, what's going on? I've noticed I haven't seen this in any of the big media talking about this story. So Cayla, I guess, was a juvenile at the time, so those records are sealed. This happened when she was 15 years old. She was caught up with the criminal hijinks with her big sister, who's also a fugitive. We talked about that in the last video 2 days ago.
Ms. Thompson has quite the rap sheet. Back in 2011, Nikia was arrested in North Carolina on assault and battery and second-degree trespassing charges. But according to court records, she skipped out on the terms of her probation. A spokesman for the North Carolina Department of Adult Corrections tells Newsmax that the 36-year-old is an absconder for willfully avoiding supervision by her probation or parole officer, adding that she faces arrest if found in North Carolina, which could trigger the activation of her suspended sentence, meaning that probation she violated could quickly turn into real jail time if she sets foot back in the state.
So this is her, and it's just embarrassing. Instagram, she has a TikTok, she's flashing her body. Obviously, I'm not gonna show any of that. Apparently, she is pregnant. So that's interesting. It's just terrible. So you have both family members, both the Thompsons, living in the house owned by James. Both are fugitives from the law that have been at the center of federal criminal scrutiny over mortgage documents that James signed. James is currently facing 60 years in prison for bank fraud and false statement charges after federal prosecutors accuse her of lying on the mortgage application for the house that the Thompsons live. And you see her and her boyfriend flashing the cash in the video. And she's been arrested multiple times. Letitia James, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? I mean, you can be there hanging out with, I guess, you know, I think probably the newest mayor of New York City, Zohran Mamdani.
I see the courage that is embodied in Zohran. And that's why I am supporting him. He is a leader fighting for a better future for this city. And he, like me, knows what it's like to be attacked, to be called names, to be threatened, to be harassed. And each and every day he wakes up with this fire in his belly because he wants to build a better New York.
And you also have to deal with this situation here. I have no words. I have no words for this. It just seems like there is some sort of pattern of behavior when it comes to this. If you're committing crimes and your grandniece is committing crimes, I'm not here to judge content creation in terms of OnlyFans models. I guess, did they shoot the content in the home there where Letitia James has allegedly manipulated mortgages to get the lower rates? Did they shoot the content in there? I'm 41. I don't see why anyone would spend money on an OnlyFans. I guess this is how I look at it. And I understand the concept of OnlyFans. I think it's more of you have a parasocial relationship. You send a message, they send it back to you. Still doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. I look at it like this. I love eating pizza, love it. And if I had a chance to eat pizza for free compared to paying a pizza maker that I enjoy their pizza just so I can send a message to them, I would just eat the free pizza. I mean, that's probably a bad example, but regardless, Letitia James, you are in a whole heap of trouble. People who seem like they're totally fine with committing crimes, and it doesn't seem like they're helping your situation. You have a lot of problems. You are in so much trouble. And yes, the governor of New York, Kathy Hochul, was able to secure that $10 million for your legal fund. So that does help. But stories like this doesn't really help things in terms of optics, especially when this probably may have to go to trial and you realize that there's criminal activity happening within the people who live there, and the fact that you have been accused of criminal activity by lying on the mortgage documents. What are you gonna do, Letitia James? What are you going to do? I think you're in a whole heap of a lot of trouble. In June of last year, while on bond weeks after the gun bust, she was also arrested for grand larceny after stealing around $1,600 worth of merchandise at a Walmart. She pled guilty to misdemeanor larceny and was given a suspended prison sentence of 12 months, never seeing inside a prison cell, and placed on unsupervised probation for the same amount of time. She also has been banned from all Walmart and Sam Club stores in order to pay restitution of $2,500. And you see right here the homes that were brought and the people who are living in these homes just out there committing crimes. Letitia James, this is extremely embarrassing. And going back to the big sister, she has an extensive rap sheet of her own, and she's a fugitive. She was arrested twice for assaulting cops in North Carolina. So these people are just a bunch of criminals. She's been hit with grand larceny charges, robbing people. This is crazy. Petty larceny, third offense, possession of burglary tools, and 3 charges of contributing to delinquency of a minor due to her having her then teenage sister and 2 children in tow at the time. Records obtained by the Post show. And those charges were evaporated by the time she stood before a judge. So these relatives are out here just really going out their way to commit as much crimes as possible. I guess accountability is just something they just don't have in their system. Letitia James, this is extremely embarrassing. We will continue to follow this story. It will probably become even more and more ridiculous as it goes. But let me know what you guys think about this story in the comments below. You can't make this up. Thank you for taking time to watch this video, and I'll see you guys in the next video.
Tell them that they are not alone, that we stand with them. And tell them that they are more powerful than they really know, and that their voices will be heard at the ballot box, and that he who endures shall conquer. We will shape a future that we can all deserve, because now, yes, is our time.
If you don't back the fuck up off me before I do you in and still get in this bitch and get litty.